no, I don't like cops. Once you put that badge on, I don't like you.
We have a history in America where communities of color do not trust the police. It is something that is generational, meaning passed down from one generation to the other, to not trust the police.
When I was leaving a roller rink in the northeast area of Philadelphia called Jams, me and my cousin and Richard and a couple of his friends, we just got out. We were walking because he lived on Somerset, which was further down on the boulevard, but we were just up there, we were just walking. And apparently somebody's house got robbed nearby, and so the cops stopped us, was questioning us and everything. At the time, I just knew, like, whatever my cousin did, I did. So, like, my cousin was kind of quiet, so I was just quiet. But I was watching everything, and then out of nowhere, like, one of the cops, like, started snapping on, like, one of my childhood friends. He started, like, being aggressive with him. He wanted to detain him, but, like, at the time, they were older than me, so I had to been around, like, 13, 14, so they must have been, like, 15, 16, 17. And they pistol whipped him in front of us. His face was like a blueberry. Like, his face was like ugly. And, you know, his family sued and everything like that. That was the first time I witnessed it, like, and knew what it was.
So what we see is that people of color are criminalized at higher rates than people that are white or Caucasian. So you really see people begin to discuss racial profiling kind of as part of the reason why we have so many people of color in our prison system. Trying to understand mass incarceration in America, trying to understand the reasons why we incarcerate, men and women of color at higher rates, I began to investigate really the ideas of race overall within the criminal justice system. Think about 3 different aspects of why it occurs. So people often go to the individual aspect, right? What was going on with the individual police officer? Then there is the situational aspect, police brutality. And then there's the organizational aspect of police brutality, which means what is happening within the organization of police that can exacerbate or that can really bring on excessive force by police. What we've learned throughout history is that you can document, but there's very little that the community or a community member really could do to try to literally stop the police officer from doing something. I mean, we see that with Philando Castile, like when his girlfriend was literally sitting next to him in the car and he got shot.
Probably. I'm not sure, but I mean, I don't trust cops. Simple as that. I never will, I never have. I'm not gonna teach my kids not to trust cops. I'm gonna keep them to be aware of cops.
We have a history in America where communities of color do not trust the police. It is something that is generational, meaning passed down from one generation to the other, to not trust the police.
I never like cops. I will like you, if you're a person and you are a cop, I'll look at you as a person, but once you put that badge on, I don't like you. So, as simple as that.
So we see definitely a psychological effect on the fact that we have had a history in this country of abuse by the police of people of color. So
there needs to be a program that rebuilds minority relations with the police, because that's where it comes from. There is a big disconnection between the minority population and the police community. Like, there is no trust. A lot of them don't even live in our neighborhoods. A lot of them don't understand how it works. Understand we got the rule of the law, the general rules that everybody should follow, and in most cases we do. But in other cases, to them, they just trying to fill a quota, and that's not fair. Because 9 times out of 10, if I walk down the street in my hood with all black on, and you were too, and if you were following me, they would think you're trying to get home. If I'm following you, they would think I'm trying to get to your home. So, like, it's just the perception of everything how it is. So until they change that, until they try to build some type of program where they successfully rebuild minority relations with the police community, ain't nobody gonna want cops around.